Hey, what's going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life, in the crazy life that is the digital asset space. Good, my goodness, good afternoon, guys. Happy Sunday, happy football Sunday. Hope you guys are having an awesome, absolutely outstanding day, and hope you have an even better and even more outstanding evening. Excited to be able to get out here and do another driving video. Some of you probably know I had some surgery done the other day, a few days ago. So I've been kind of laid up between trying to recover from that stuff and trying to get a stream in when I could. So when was not able to do the driving videos, but hey, had some time today. We're actually on our way to an appointment, a business appointment. So I thought I'd hop in and say, hey, what's going on. The market has been absolutely kind of crazy, right? BTC is doing its thing. And so it does look, in fact, as though that 2020 is going to be the year of the bull run, which absolutely means it's going to be the year of the digital asset, right? And of course, the other altcoins will do well also, right? So we got to kind of check that BTC dominance, kind of, start monitoring that and paying attention to that as that goes down. Obviously, the altcoins have the chance to do their thing. And so I wanted to share a little bit about some of the stuff I'm going to cover on the stream later on this afternoon. Oh gosh, yeah, later on this afternoon, hopefully right around 3:30. But one of the things I found to be very, very interesting was the new Davos commercial for the World Economic Forum. We keep calling it Davos because that's where they're holding it. But so the WEF, so the World Economic Forum in Davos for 2020, they have a commercial out. Very interesting, 3-minute commercial. And guys, I got to tell you what, they were talking about some things that I found to be very, very interesting. Of course, climate change, right? Don't you think I just find it fascinating that the United Nations just came out with something about climate change. The IMF climate change, I believe it was the IMF climate change. I know that it was United Nations. I mean, I guess United Nations, it makes sense. But the World Economic Forum is talking about it. We're talking about, 100 billionaires or so are going to be there. And they're talking about climate change. For me, it doesn't add up. Then we hear the CEO from BlackRock actually had an article, interviewed or whatever, and talking about his new investment strategy is going to be based around this climate change thing. And to me, it's something about that I'm why now? Why climate change now? Like putting it out there. Why now? I mean, I know back in the early, mid to late 80s, early 90s, climate change kind of a big deal. But why now is coming up again? To me, it kind of spells, I don't know if I want to say the doom of Bitcoin, but certainly a push towards moving away from Bitcoin as being the number one digital asset. It just feels like that to me. But maybe it's just simply, the top 100 billionaires are, kind of concerned about all the trees being cut down. Like, I don't know. But it's just an interesting thing. But that was on the commercial as well. Another interesting thing, that the title of the commercial, I believe, was A New Form of Capitalism. A new form of capitalism. And they had several people in there quoted as saying, it's been a great run in terms of prosperity for people, but tons of people have been left out, and that needs to change. I thought that was very, very interesting that they talked about how the young people need to be listened to more. In fact, the guy who actually started this WEF, Klaus Schwab, I believe, actually said that. I thought that was interesting. But here's the thing that I found very, very intriguing, and we're going to talk about that. Shareholders versus stakeholders. I thought that was interesting. So one of the ladies there pointed out that, and the internet boom was all about the shareholders, but not the stakeholders. I thought that was interesting, given the fact that we just heard from Alex Mashinsky not too long ago, the CEO of Celsius, talking about the banking system and how the banking system and the financial system was really all about the shareholders and not the people who actually are the stakeholders, people who actually have the money on the platforms. I found that to be very interesting. And here we were just hearing from Alex Mashinsky saying that very thing and how that needs to change and how we have the power as individuals, as the average Joe and Jane, to change that. And one of the good ways of doing that is to support a platform like Celsius, like I have done as an example. But I thought it was interesting that that's coming from the World Economic Forum, that this is something on their commercial, that this is something that they're looking to address. Why is the system only set up for the shareholders and not for the stakeholders, the people who actually put their money on a platform? Why aren't they benefiting? So I think it's an interesting time. They actually mentioned in that commercial the new Davos manifesto. Isn't that interesting? So that's just some of the things we're going to cover. Hopefully I can pull up that Mashinsky video on YouTube where he actually mentions that. And I just find that very interesting, intriguing for me, that they would mention that, and they would mention inequality, and they would mention homelessness, and everyone did a better, more significant distribution of wealth. I thought those things were very, very interesting. And I think, and we're going to talk about this some more, I think that they realize that we're at a point in time where we as average Joe and Janes can have more control over the money that we earn in the digital asset space, right? Because you can stake some stuff, right? You can stake some digital assets and earn more digital assets, right? You can even mine some digital assets and earn more of it, right? So it's this idea that there's this new system that everyone can participate in, and that's the digital asset space, right? And earn currency, earn a form of currency. And I think they recognize that, and I think that they're saying, look, we can't stop this thing, so we better figure out a way to embrace it, and we better kind of get it across to the masses as this is something that we're embracing because we can't control it, right? That's what it kind of feels like to me. Anyway, we'll talk about more of that on the stream, guys. Looking forward to hanging out with you guys later on today, without question. And I get the Football Sunday fans, I understand if you can't hang out, but we'll see you on the next stream for sure. Guys, listen, thanks again so much for taking the time out to comment on the videos. I really do appreciate it, and I do gonna follow my MO of replying back and responding to the comments that I get on my videos. So guys, listen, I'm gonna wrap this video up like I do all my videos and remind you of this, and that is old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather us remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, but we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating? Or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know, that the battle for you has already been fought, and the victory is yours. Go get it. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya. Bye.